Hey guys, what's going on? It's Boris, and I have the opportunity to talk with retired NBA, former NBA professional, FIBA professional, and founder of Fundamentals First, Mr. Wesley Fluellen. We're here in Houston right now. Just finished up a showcase event, and really just wanted to just take a minute to allow Wesley to introduce himself to the people and let them know kind of what he's working on and what Fundamentals First is about, and just kind of the mission work that he's trying to do. So, Wesley.
Well, yeah, well, real simple, man. I grew up in the inner city like a majority of individuals who play sports and want to make it out and become a professional athlete. And I knew as a young man that once I was done doing everything that my heart desires and with basketball in school, that I was going to be reaching back into the communities around the world to help people in various different ways. So Fundamentals First was founded in 2005. It all started with a young man who was in the gym, and I took a liking to the young man, and he was in high school, and he was a senior, and so I was pretty excited. I know you're excited about going to college, and he said, hey, I'm not going to college, and I was kind of shocked because the kid was like 6'9", and he had some real good skill set. And I said, your coaches aren't helping you, and it's like, no one's helping me. So I took it upon myself to help that young man, and I was in Orlando, Florida, in Kissimmee, Florida, rather. I took it upon myself to help this young man get in school, got him a scholarship. Actually still playing professional basketball right now overseas. And after that, it felt so great. I was like, I'm going to continue to do that. So since that day up till now, I've placed 283 kids in college, so from a scholarship. And so basketball has always been something that I hold dear to me, and that I also realize it's a very huge bait for a lot of young people to get them to learn morals and ethics and the importance of higher education. And so I use my basketball abilities and my career that I've had with professional basketball to draw kids and families and community leaders and business people to join in with what I'm doing to help create communities all over the world. And today, even though it's a pro showcase, it's something that will allow these young people to fulfill a dream, and they'll be able to have something to give back to the kids in the communities that they come from. Just constantly building leaders. That's the whole focus point of Fundamentals First, is to continue to build leaders in this world of all ages, so that when we change the lives of young people, we're changing the life of the next generation, and so then our communities can be rebuilt and be successful. And so I'm playing my part to the best of my ability with the advantages that I have to create that and make that a reality.
That's awesome. I like, and from what I've seen, like what you do use basketball as an avenue to help people learn not just fundamentals on the court, but fundamentals in life. The fact that you've been able to place 283 kids in different, college scholarships, allowing them to play basketball, which is something that they love, but also by these, student athletes, kids getting this education, it allows them to change the trajectory of their life if for whatever reason basketball doesn't work out. But I'm glad to see that really, like, you don't have any it doesn't matter how old you are, if you're a high schooler trying to go to college, or if you in college trying to go to the pro level. It's all about helping people.
Yes. Yeah.
So why did you choose the name? Actually, before we go into the business and everything,
Okay.
let me ask you a couple fun questions.
Okay, cool.
Like, you're a retired NBA player.
Uh-oh.
Like, not like trick questions or
Okay,
nothing.
okay.
But what teams did you play for in the NBA?
Well, I had an opportunity to play with the Orlando Magic and had a short stint with the Phoenix Suns.
Awesome,
Yeah.
cool. And I know that you recently attended an event with some other NBA buddies. So that's just cool. I know that as we all grow with the sport of basketball, it's always cool to know people that played in the league and did all that. So that's awesome.
Yes, yeah, and actually I was yesterday a part of one of my former teammates, Steve Francis. He did a charity game to give back backpacks and school supplies to kids here in the Houston area of Texas. And I'm glad to see that he was doing that, because I advise a lot of professional athletes, not just basketball players, but no matter what sport you play or what platform you're on with entertainment, to give back, sincerely give back, at least to the community that you come from or the communities that you live within, to create change, because we are on a huge platform, and that platform can be used and must be used to create change. So, and I was just excited to be a part of that yesterday and see all this, kids signing autographs and kids, smiling and happy to see me, happy to see Steve, and what Steve was doing for the community. So I just love to see that, and that's what drives me, and that's who I like to be surrounded by, because you are who you surround yourself with, and we all need to come together as a collective unit to create change in all of our communities.
Yeah, and that's good. We're starting to see that now with other athletes that are kind of going back to their hometowns and trying to do nice things. But that's good that you have that that just belief and mindset that if you do make it, and you do get some type of fame, or you make go back to the community that you came from. Talk to those kids, give people hope, let them know what can be done and what's possible.
See, and the great thing about that is the fact that, I'm not LeBron James. I know LeBron, but I'm not LeBron James. I'm not Kevin Durant. I'm not Michael Jordan. I had a small chance to play in the NBA, but look at the impact that I'm making. So if I was a Michael Jordan, people like Kevin Durant, or how much more of an impact can these guys make in the lives of young people and families and communities, because they have much more of a platform than even I do. And so if I can create change in the way that I'm creating change, how much more can they create change?
Yep.
You see LeBron's doing a great job with his school, and things that he's doing with the new school that he has in Akron, and the bicycle marathon that he does. We just need more people to really get involved and invest what they have to give back, because our gifts are not for us, they're for other people.
Yeah, I like that. I've heard you say that before, that our gifts are not for us, they're for other people, for us to help other people. I believe in that too. I believe that God blesses us so that we can bless others somehow.
You're doing that right now. You're using your gift to be a blessing to me, to send a message out to the world for people to be able to hear. So it all works together.
Yep, absolutely. Well, fundamentals first. How'd you choose that name? And I already kind of have an idea of kind of what your mission is, but just talk a little bit about the fundamentals first. And
the name came because all throughout my life, because I didn't start off on a good note. I grew up in foster care and went through a lot of bad scenarios as a child growing up, and I had fortunate enough to have a lot of great mentors in my life. And one thing that stuck with them was that with me, that they provided for me, was fundamentals, and fundamentals in everything. We talk about sports and how fundamentals are key, but fundamentals are important in business. Fundamentals are important in your marriage. Fundamentals are important in every aspect of your life, and those seeds were always thrown into me. So when I decided to make this organization, this business that I have, fundamentals first was the first thing that came to my mind, because you need fundamentals in everything in order to be successful. Mm-hmm. And with the help of my great friend DeJuan Wade, he illustrated the picture, and it just was fitting, and it just came together very perfectly, and so now it's a household name that's going around changing the lives of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be sure to include some information so that anyone watching this video, they can go and see your website and learn a little bit more about fundamentals first, and see how see what you have to offer and how you're changing the lives and making an impact. And by all means, want to encourage people to check out that site and reach out to you if there's anything that maybe that you can do to help them out.
Yes, and not just with all athletes, because not everybody plays basketball, not everybody plays a sport, and I understand that. So even though it's Fundamentals First Basketball Academy, there's so many other branches that are underneath us that cater to a lot of youth who don't play sports. I have a gang prevention program, an academic basketball program that's throughout the Cleveland Metropolitan School District that encourages kids to study and learn better study habits and be excited about coming to school every day, along with mentoring programs that Fundamentals First has. So it's not just about kids who play basketball, it's about kids from all walks of life in all different situations, even dealing with those kids who quote-unquote suffer with mental health illnesses, help creating services that will allow them to obtain mental health stability, and at-risk youth, working with the juvenile courts and things like that. So I'm dealing with a lot. We're dealing with a lot of kids from all different walks and backgrounds, not just basketball. Yeah.
That's great. Well, this is just the first of many conversations, that we'll do. But I guess kind of in conclusion for today, was there anything that you wanted to mention, or anything that you kind of wanted to mention in closing?
Well, just, I mean, if there's a young person out there and you're watching this, and maybe even an adult, and you feel that no one is listening to you, no one is hearing you, no one believes in you, I want to let you know that I believe in you. Boris believes in you. We trust and believe in the gifts that you have. If someone never told you that they loved you, I'm telling you that I love you. If someone is not there for you, know that there will be someone there for you. And the most important person in the world who will always be there for you is Jesus Christ. So just know that, and that's my message that I want to send. You are loved. No matter what it looks like today, your circumstances don't define your future.
Thanks, man. That's powerful. It's impactful. And always a pleasure, seeing you and getting a chance to work with you. So,
Wise, man. Thank you so much, brother. God bless.